My name is Emily. I'm the Artistic Director of Ingenuity Fest and also of the year-round organization Ingenuity Cleveland, which runs Ingenuity Labs and a whole bunch of cool programs and activities out of this space on the east side of Cleveland. This is a festival of art and technology. It's about cross-pollination between different media. We have musicians, performers, dancers. We have people who are makers and tinkerers who work on a lot of DIY projects with electronics. We build large-scale art. We build small-scale stuff, things that are really quirky, things that are a little bit more quiet and introspective. And all of that takes place at the end of September every single year. This is Ingenuity's 14th year as a festival. A few years ago, the organization decided to become a year-round organization and really launched a bunch of kids programs, started partnering with a lot of other folks in town. And I was lucky enough to join on just about 3 years ago and really was able to take that idea of becoming year-round and push it forward. We got this physical space. This is right near 55th and St. Clair in Cleveland St. Clair Superior neighborhood. It's 5401 Hamilton, and it's the Hamilton Collaborative. So we partnered with a bunch of other like-minded organizations to create a new permanent art space for Clevelanders. Not always a festival, but there are a dozen businesses, small creative businesses, working together to make something that is sort of community-facing, where you can come in and get involved in tons of skills and activities. So the idea is, unlike a lot of other art spaces, we're not just there because it's a great studio space or because we like the location, but it's really intentionally to interact with each other, and that's why we're called the Hamilton Collaborative. I just had somebody say to me the other day, and it's absolutely true, we have the best audience. It's really diverse, it's all ages, people come from all over, they come from Cleveland proper and they come from further out, and it's mostly people who are here to experience something new. They're very open-minded, they're really chill, they're really friendly, and everything about this event is kind of about exploring. So I find that it's really important to us when we're curating the event that we create places like this funny thing that I'm sitting on for people to hang out and meet and talk to each other. A lot of our installations you can climb on or sit inside, and all of that we think really facilitates sort of human interaction and meeting each other. So we have 6 fully programmed stages, a couple of main stages where you might see traditional music acts either from Cleveland or from out of town, but also fun things like the Time Travelers Tavern, which is all jazz and spoken word, and the Ingenuity Cabaret, which has everything from puppet shows to 10-minute one-act plays and acrobatics, even from, we just got done with some really young acrobats from B Studios, folks using the aerial apparatus in really fantastic ways, all the way down to maybe 6 or 8 years old. We have a vertical dance collaboration with a group, Morrison Dance, which is led by Sarah Morrison, and they're tenants alongside of us in this Hamilton Collaborative. We partnered with them to come up with something totally new that would use the architecture of the space, and we built a tremendous 3-story high dance stage where the stage itself is the vertical wall. So we're rigging dancers from the ceiling, and they're using a floor platform and all the way up onto the wall. Stuff you really couldn't do anywhere else if you didn't have the ability to access this space year-round and bring together engineers and projection artists and lighting designers and musicians, and even we consulted with local rock climbing gyms and brought some folks in from out of town too. So very multifaceted types of works. So we're open every single Thursday night. You can find out more information at ingenuitycleveland.org or follow us on Facebook at Ingenuity Cleveland, and come be an engineer.